What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the PERMABANTERPOD. My name is Jeremy Ryan Fiorito, and to my left or my right, I have
Matthew Steven Suffolk. How is everybody doing? We did miss a week. We haven't missed a week.
Single week.
We have not missed. Going strong.
Have never stopped. You just forgot about us.
Idiots.
Idiots. We had you fooled. No, but it feels so good to be back. So many life updates. As you can tell, I'm in a completely different room now. Matthew's still handsome.
Yeah.
And yeah. But we're back. Matt, give us some updates on life, man. How have you been?
Oh my gosh, life has been crazy. Yeah, I mean, just me and my wife have just gone through crazy transitions, just shifted different jobs, just going through different things. But life is actually really good right now. We're in this me and my wife are in a really sweet place, and there's been really good just things that I feel like has just happened in the last 2 months pretty much that have been great. And I'm feeling good. I'm excited to talk about new things. There's a lot of opinions. There's a lot of news that has happened. I'm excited to talk about Stranger Things in this episode. I'm excited to talk about different things, games of the year, all that stuff. We have a loaded episode for you, so buckle up, folks. Buckle up, folks. Jeremy, how are you doing?
Loaded like the nachos in your toilet.
Taco Bell.
Man, I've been doing good. Moved across the country again. Back in the good old California.
Born in the USA. Sorry.
No, sorry, I was just clapping. But it's been super cool, just being back. Have missed this podcast so much.
Me too.
But just been working, hating football, and just consistently just trying to stay up with all this crazy content coming out, man. We got so much stuff coming out, but we're back. We're better than ever. We're ready to keep cooking, and it's going to be beautiful, beautiful chat. So you already know how we used to start our episodes. So Matthew Sefik, please hit me with the news. Please hit me with the news.
Back on track, baby. Back on track. Well, let's kick it off with some of the fun stuff. This has been happening over the course of the month, pretty much. Maybe a little bit of a month and a half, but all of the Avengers Doomsday trailers. Jeremy, have you been seeing these trailers? Hey, look.
You see why I'm wearing green?
Green Lantern. Green Lantern's going to be in the new Avengers.
The Green Lantern sequel with Ryan Reynolds is going to be Avengers Doomsday.
Exactly.
No.
It's super exciting.
Doom. I'm telling you. First trailer, it's kind of mad. I don't care about
Which one was that?
I don't care about Steve Rogers' kid.
Well, what's your favorite one so far?
My favorite one is either the Thor speech, because the Thor speech was sick.
Pretty good. Serious Thor is the best.
But the best one's the X-Men one.
100%.
100%.
It's the one that gets everybody the most hyped. It's the one that gets the chitlins going. I tell you what, it's pretty great. It's pretty ooh, okay. You gotta love the original X-Men cast. You gotta like James Marsden screaming, shooting lasers out of his face.
It looks so good.
Yeah.
And
how hyped were you up for Avengers? How hyped were you for Doomsday in general before those trailers popped out?
I mean, honestly, I think it's just because of the gap between the movies. Like the fact that we had Fantastic Four, and then Spider-Man is still I think it might have just wrapped filming.
Yeah.
And then Doomsday.
Coming out summer.
And, it just didn't really give me any, wanting. I was just more so... Yeah. I'm used to having more stuff in between to get there.
Totally.
And
also better quality from Marvel in general.
As well. And I think Marvel's really back on the come-up this year. They're definitely
after
not
Thunderbolts.
They're not out of that hole yet. But
no, not at all.
I will say Thunderbolts and Fantastic Four were both amazing movies. I enjoyed both of them.
Yeah, I think Thunderbolts is fantastic. Sorry, before. I think Thunderbolts is really great. I think Fantastic. I really like Fantastic Four, even though I don't think it's the best.
I just think life changing.
Yeah, but I just liked it. I really liked it, and then I think that. But I didn't. I think Captain America sucked. And so
it did.
I think that kind of, because of that's kind of shifted there's still a little bit there. But I don't know. I mean, you're bringing all these heavy hitters back, and you're bringing in the X-Men, and it seems like the plot is going to revolve around the children, right? It's going to revolve around, I'm sure that the Captain America's child will be stolen, Fantastic Four's child will be stolen, or at least that's the goal. It seems like Doomsday's goal, every episode is revolving around children except the Black Panther one. But even the Black Panther, T'Challa had a son, and so that's a setup. So there's so much there that I think that is kind of a big deal, you know?
I didn't really think of it from that aspect. I more so thought of it from trying to piece together the trailers with, okay, the Steve Rogers one, he has his happy life. But also, this is all happening. The timelines are all messed up because Steve chose what he wanted. So
yeah, well,
Steve
exactly.
chose to live that life.
Yeah, but the thought process there that is that an alternate reality, and or is it? Yeah, I mean, either way, there's a lot of hypotheses we could think about. We'll go deeper into that, especially as we get closer. Yeah. But in terms of the trailers themselves, the Black Panther one I think is the weakest one.
I agree.
Just because it's just like whatever. But it's fun to see thing in our universe. The X-Men one is the one that creates the most intrigue of like what's happening, and that's exciting. But I mean, I've lost faith in Marvel, but I do have some faith in the Russo brothers. And I do have some faith in the screenwriters who wrote the original Captain America movies.
Did you see the Russo brothers, what they said?
What they said?
These aren't just trailers, that there's tons of clues.
They're like short stories almost.
Short stories.
Yeah.
So I think I need to get a deeper analysis of them. But
yeah.
My real honest question for you, not to dive too deep into this, but when do you think they're going to show Doom?
I hope that they don't show Doom until the movie. I think well, here's the thing. They won't do that, I don't think. No. But I mean, also at the same exact time, it depends, like on how cool he looks. Yeah. Because Doom looks cool, but like, is he really that cool? Like, he's not as epic as like I feel like another character might be. But I like it, honestly, 100%. I'm one of those people who like I'm a one trailer and I'm done like kind of guy now because I'm sick of movies. I'm sick of spoilers. I'm sick of dude. I want to be so surprised when I watch this movie. Like, I want to be so, like, I want to go in completely blind. I think that's the best way to see movies, especially movies like this. So, I mean, all these little teasers I'm okay with. I will watch the base trailer, and then I'll be good. Unless it's, like, 4 minutes long and it shows too much stuff. So, will they show Doom in that? I would prefer them not to. I would prefer it to be set up. I would prefer it to be intrigue, and I would prefer it to be more of a mystery as to what the plot is. Because that's, in my opinion, the best way to market something that already has a ton of hype around it.
Yeah, and I think that it would be cool if I saw this thought, and I actually really agree with it. If they show Doom in the movie, but he doesn't take his mask off until Secret Wars, or like until the end.
I'd be okay with that.
Keep it a mystery because we know it's Robert Downey Jr., but the characters don't.
Yeah. So. That's true, and that is an intriguing element to it. That will be like such a reveal. You're right. I didn't even think about that. Yeah. I think that the hard part with that is that you're paying RDJ so much gosh darn money.
A lot.
That you kind of have to show his face. Because otherwise, all you would have to do is be like, RDJ will pay you less. All we need you to do is be a voice actor up until a certain point. Because then we can just have a certain person fill it for you. But all that to say, I just think that they're going to probably reveal his face pretty soon, pretty close to right off the bat almost. Because they kind of need to, because he's the money. And so I don't know how they're going to work that out, what they're going to do in terms of those things. But I'm curious. I'm tentatively excited for this movie and these movies. Excuse me, because they brought back so much. They brought back all the characters. Does that feel cheap? Yeah. Yes. Does that feel lame in a way? Yeah. But it's like you kind of only had one move after like all these garbage movies and all the garbage TV shows. Like you kind of had one move, and that's fine. I get it. Just do better for the next phase. Just because if you could nail these movies and you can if they can nail Spider-Man, that's exciting, and that sets everything up. If they can nail that. If they can nail Doomsday and if they can nail both of these movies, I'm back on board. And then you gotta make it good. You gotta make it not lame.
Secret Wars has to be it.
Both do. They both have to be it. Because if Doomsday isn't good and it doesn't set up Secret Wars, then nobody will care about Secret Wars. No. Like genuinely, like it's everything rides on these first Spider-Man. A little bit less rides on Spider-Man, but still, like Marvel fatigue is real, and we want good stories to be told. Yeah. And we're going to go into Stranger Things. I have a lot of criticisms for that. And it's a perfect example of, like, what are we doing? Like, you have to finish strong. And if you're setting up a new cast of X-Men, you're setting up Fantastic Four 2, you're setting up all of these continuing movies that you're going to have. If you're going to set all these things up, then you have to nail these movies. And if they do not, then there's a really good chance that they decide to implode and make an entire, like they maybe take a break for making Marvel movies for a few years, and then they come back out with like new everything. Yeah. But there's a way, if they're smart, to continue it. But you gotta be smart, and you gotta be good, and you gotta be good at writing, and it can't be lame, and it can't be political, it can't be stupid. It just has to be good.
And we can dive into this in a whole nother episode.
Yeah.
But with the X-Men coming up and the MCU's version of the X-Men being there, like some of the castings they've already done, they look cool. But we can break that down in a whole other episode because I kind of want to keep going.
Totally. Yeah. And it's a lot of retread, but
good.
There's a lot of up-and-coming actors who would be really great for a lot of different roles.
I agree.
So I'm excited for that. Okay. Next big piece of news that we kind of missed over the last couple months. GTA 6 delay.
Again.
That's a bigger deal for me than it was for you. I'm devastated.
I knew it was going to happen. I told you it was going to happen.
No, you didn't know. You didn't know. You guessed.
I told you.
You guessed.
You knew deep down that
no,
you knew.
I didn't. I really didn't. Here's why. Rockstar never has announced an official date and then delayed a game. They've never done that. This is the first time ever doing it. They've always given you time periods, but they never full-on delayed. So that was rough. It was rough to see that. I get it. I want the game to be the best it possibly can be. I'm not one of those people that is worried that it's going to get delayed again. I've also you know what pisses me off. Yeah. You know what drives me up.
You know what pisses me up.
You know what
releases the piss from my penis
up. But you know what drives me up a wall?
Oh, tell me.
Specifically, what will happen is there's delayed videos.
Right.
So there was videos from a delay like 4 years ago, and some people have re-uploaded them, and the game looks terrible because the game was like 2 years in development, right? And I'll go into the comments, and people will be like, "This looks like trash. This looks stupid. This looks like it sucks. I'm not buying this game." Are you the stupidest person ever in existence? It was 4 years ago. What the hell are you talking about? Like, the game is being developed for 6 years. Did you see the trailer? This game looks stupid. You're dumb. You're stupid. So anyway, all that to say, I think that those kind of people, they annoy me more than anything else in the world. It's like, how stupid can you be if you're like really not having the self-awareness?
Are you the stupidest person that ever existed?
It kind of feels that way. This game looks stupid. This is a delay from 4 years ago. The game looks actually really good, and if you think about it, the fact that it's only been in development for 2 days. Anyway,
cry.
No,
that was so funny.
That frustrates me, man. And so anyway, all that to say, I'm devastated I'm not devastated, but it sucks. But I'm glad because I want the best possible product. And at the same time, this is going to be the biggest entertainment release of all time. This is going to be a situation where they are investing. Apparently the budget's $2 billion, but even if the budget is over $1 billion, which is still insane and is still one of the most expensive things that's like ever been entertainment product ever. To put that in context, Infinity War was $250 million, Endgame is $250 million. A lot of that money was going directly to actors. The rest of the money was going directly into basically the actual like special effects departments and all that stuff. So all that to say, this is the most expensive and hyped up product that we've ever gotten in entertainment ever. It's going to make like $5 billion in the first week. Like, it's going to be nuts. It's going to be insane. And so if you have to be perfect. The game has to come out and have almost zero bugs, and it has to be pretty much perfect. And that's impressive. You have to come out with also here's the other thing. The pressure on them to not just make a perfect game, but also for it to be a boundary pushing game that looks incredible, that also runs on a base PS5 and an Xbox Series S. How the heck is that going to happen? An Xbox Series S can hardly run anything. No, can hardly run Madden. But all that to say, the delay happened. That sucks. That's okay though. It's going to be good. I know people are upset. I know there's some reports because Jason Schreier, who predicted the original one, said that apparently it's not content ready. But it was kind of in a podcast, and it was conversational, and people started freaking out about that. I don't buy it. I don't buy it. He wasn't very clear on it's going to be delayed again. We'll hear some more news. My assumption is we'll get a trailer 3 within about 3 months, and then they will, as they get closer to the release in November, probably like a month or two prior, they will have like a gameplay trailer. They'll have an online gameplay trailer. They'll talk about what it's going to look like, and then the game will just come out, and that will be it. But it's one of the most hyped up things ever, and I'm really excited about it. And I think it's going to be a genuinely boundary pushing video game in terms of technology, in terms of AI, in terms of how the systems work. We'll go deeper into that as time goes on. But all that to say, that sucks. You want to get the next one?
Man, I ain't gonna lie. Claire Obscure Expedition 33 Game of the Year. That was neither of our predictions for Game of the Year.
But we were pretty early in on it.
Yeah.
I think as we got closer, we both kind of felt. I felt like this is going to win because it had so much hype around it. I mean, the Game of the Year being Clair Obscur makes sense. If nobody's ever played that or seen it, you could YouTube it. Apparently, the story's pretty great.
Good.
I put like an hour and a half, 2 hours into it, and I understood. Okay, yeah. I get it. I understood it. I just wasn't feeling a turn-based video game. Like I wanted something more action-packed.
Yeah.
Like that was more like I wanted more interactivity. But I'm gonna play it eventually at some point. But mad respect to Clair Obscur, French developer. Go ahead.
It's gonna be good. No, but I agree. It's gonna be good. It was really good. And I mean, for the hour I played, the graphics were phenomenal.
Presentation's
I really
great.
loved just the character dialogue that I was seeing and stuff like that. Like it wrote me in. And like I said, these turn-based games aren't really for me. But it's I have a gut feeling that if they come out with a sequel or if they come out with something, I don't know how this game ends, but definitely a well-deserved win. For
a first-time developer, first-time game developer, it's nuts that, dude, like, this team was relatively small. A lot of the developers were from Ubisoft. And Ubisoft has, thousands of employees. It really shows you that if you have a clear vision and you have creativity and excitement and ingenuity, the person who did the music was a random person on SoundCloud. I think that there's the story. The game has so many crazy stories around it that are really fascinating. It was really like a ragtag team of mercenaries coming together and making what was the best game of the year. Yeah, and you can see that it wasn't a massive developer. It wasn't a massive publisher that won it. It wasn't somebody. It wasn't like Ubisoft. It wasn't somebody like EA. It was somebody who truly invested in just a dream that the person they had. And you got talented people around them, and you created one of the best games of the year and one of the best games of this decade, which is really exciting. That's really fun, and so huge props to them. I love seeing those types of game developers win because that's what you want. You want to see game developers like Larian who make really boundary pushing stories, who aren't trying to make a story that appeals to the world, but appeals to them, and therefore it appeals to the world. So
absolutely.
Mad respect to them.
Mad respect to Clair Obscur Expedition.
Well done.
33.
All right.
33.
The next big piece of news, this actually came out today. Kratos has been announced, right? The guy who's playing him is... Oh, crap, I need to pull the name.
I had Thor.
Ryan Hurst.
Video game.
I know, which is nuts. Okay, so that's such a funny...
Hurst,
so Ryan Hurst... He actually in God of War Ragnarok, so the sequel to the original God of War, he played Thor. So he did the mocap and was the voice actor for Thor, and he is playing Kratos in the live action version for HBO, which is crazy, which is hilarious. That's such a weird connection. But the actor himself, if you don't know who he was in Remember the Titans. He is the counterpart to the main. The other main kid. So you got Denzel and the other coach, and then you have the main black kid and the main white kid. And the white kid, he's the main white kid. He's the one who gets in a car accident. Ooh. And it ends up being sad and stuff. But here he is. Let me pull up. That's him right there.
Hey, Kratos!
There it is. Perfect.
Kratos!
So he's going to be Kratos. Now, he has a huge beard now in real life, so he looks a lot different. But he seems like, you can see him here. He looks like freaking... He's a scary boy. He's a scary boy. So I think he's going to be a great...
he was in Sons of Anarchy, too.
He was in Sons of Anarchy, yeah. So, I don't know. I like that casting. I like him a lot in Remember the Titans. That's where I remember him the most. I haven't watched Sons of Anarchy, but I like him as Thor in Ragnarok. I mean, that first boss battle, when he kills you, and then he brings you back to life, is so cool. So he's awesome.
Ragnarok, but...
I have no clue what that show is going to look like, but from the casting, every aspect of the casting so far has been almost genuinely perfect, which is really impressive.
I'm trying to see what era,
it gets me hyped.
I haven't seen a synopsis of what era of Kratos they're going for. I don't know if it's going to be the Sony games, I think they're the reboot with the Norse mythology, or if it's going to be the Greek as well. No,
I think they're rebooting with the Norse. I think they're jumping right into it, which is good because then you can have flashbacks.
Yeah,
his flashbacks of Sparta and all those things can be interesting.
That's so sick.
But they're the most compelling stories and they're the most movie-like compared to the original video games.
Yeah, I want to see. Did they cast Atreus yet or no?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think they have officially. I've seen like what the hardcore rumored ones are. Let me see if I can. If
It'd
they're
be cool
specifically.
if they can get.
He's the only one majorly cast so far. But I will say that based off all the rumors, because I think he was already rumored to be the guy who's going to be doing it. So
Yeah.
based off everything I'm seeing, like they're going to do it good. Now the guy who's like the creative director. Let me see. The director, he's directed some episodes of The Boys, but the writer.
Oh boy.
Let me see. So the guy who's writing it wrote Battlestar Galactica, and
wow.
that show people really really love. Another one of the guys, he's written some other stuff. I don't know. Electric Dreams. I never saw that. But either way, if it's the guy, if the showrunner is Ronald D. Moore, which is the guy who ran Battlestar Galactica and did some other stuff, that show is beloved and is like pretty complex and smart and well written. So my assumption is it's going to be good. Apparently he's not a gamer, which always kind of freaks me out.
Dang it.
I know. That always frustrates me. That's why I'm excited for the Resident Evil movie, because the guy who directed Weapons and wrote Weapons is the writer-director of that game. And
Zach Cregger.
And he loves like Resident Evil. Like he's replayed Resident Evil 4 a billion times. And like I've replayed that game multiple times. Like I love that game. Yeah. He gets it. Like, and so there's something different when you have a gamer who's creative. And this Ronald D. Moore isn't that way, but he's been the showrunner for really successful TV shows.
100%.
So, and also like the complexity of God of War as a story isn't crazy complex.
No.
It's more just epic in scale. So as long as they, again, don't try to get weird and put really stupid crap in it that isn't in the original game, like hardcore that makes it not good anymore.
I think they'll hold the title of Kratos, because I know the Last of Us show is like, yeah, it's a big deal, but God of War.
Well, that's a good thing to bring up. Last of Us Season 1 is good, and there's a little bit of tweaks, but there wasn't too much. There wasn't enough to make the story bad. Like, the story is still really strong. Last of Us 2, they did so much for the second season that butchered. Like, the second video game is already so controversial because it has so much stuff in it, and a lot of it is even political, but they still nailed the biggest aspects of the video game. Like, there's things that make sense, and the writing is still sharp enough that I appreciate what they were going for, even if there was some stuff that I was like, this is stupid. Yeah. But the show didn't do that. The show, and like the scene, this is a meme, but when Ellie finds out that what's her name is pregnant, she's like, I'm going to be a dad? This is the stupidest joke in the world. Like, what are we talking about? Like, that's such a dumb joke. It became a meme. Like, it's like, that's bad. Like, that's not in the original thing. Like, in the original thing, she gets mad and frustrated at. Like, it's good. It's more better character dynamic than the dumb TV show. So anyway, all that to say, when you mess up things like that, that's when you're going to lose everybody. And Last of Us Season 3, the viewer count will go down a massive amount because they aren't staying true to the video game.
They need to stick true to the video games.
Especially when there's already so much controversy. Now, thankfully, God of War 1 and 2 is way less controversy, way less stuff. Like, everybody pretty much universally loves those games. Yeah. But still, you're a one-way stop to a kick in the ass if you mess that crap up.
Oh, no.
You hear that, Ronald D. Moore? You hear that, Ronald D. Moore?
If you mess this up, I will find you. I will find you.
I will give you...
Kiss you on your...
Yes. I'll give you an edible arrangement. All right.
Up my butt! Sorry, go ahead.
Okay, all right. You're going to arrange that.
I'm going to arrange my
all right. That's pretty much the main news. That's like the big stuff. We're going to dive hardcore into Stranger Things, which will have some news in it, but also our thoughts. But first off, we're going to give a little bit, because this is a brand new year, our personal game of our year last year. I played more games than you did, I know that. But I just imagine you being like, it was Rocket League. No, but I have a personal game of the year, something that I really love. Jeremy, did you have any thoughts, or do you have anything?
I have a personal I have a joke one, I have a competitive game one, and I have a solo game one.
Okay.
I got you.
Yeah.
Do you want me to go first?
Yeah, you go get
Mega Bunk!
Megabunk.
Megabunk is awesome.
Your game of the year.
No, that's my joke one.
Okay.
But Megabunk
That's not a bad choice.
Oh, it's so much fun.
I love Megabunk.
So much fun. There was a day I bonked for 8 hours. I couldn't stop bonking. I was bonking mega style.
I bonked hard.
But that game's so much fun. It has just so much replayability. I love roguelikes. I love goofy stuff, and like just being able to like have Mega Chad and kill people with aura and like goblins and like in the goofy 8-bit. Retro was just so good. Competitive ones got to be Marvel Rivals.
Yeah, pretty great.
Marvel Rivals is a beautiful game. I love how they just can blend the comics, the movies, and their own thing, and just somehow make it so good. And it's, it's been out for a year, and I don't see it slowing down anytime soon. So I'm very stoked. New season on Friday. Deadpool.
That is exciting.
And then my solo game of the year. I'm not gonna lie, Donkey Kong Bonanza. That game is just so.
What? You've been playing that?
Yeah.
We didn't even talk about that.
Huh?
I said we didn't even talk about it.
I know. Donkey Kong Bonanza is just that good. It's so much fun.
I really want to play it.
And it really just like, I just love the feel of Super Mario Odyssey, but the fact that they just added all the Donkey Kong story layers and being able to go underground and just like smash stuff.
Yeah,
and like,
yeah.
It legit, like, open world Donkey Kong is going to be fun no matter what.
I want it.
It's fun.
But I don't have it. I need a Switch 2.
You need a Switch 2. Get him a Switch 2 in the comments.
Somebody send me one.
Somebody send him a Switch 2. What about you, man?
No. Okay, for me, I mean, I guess I'll do similar to what you did. My joke one, I mean, I don't have a joke one, but I do love Mega Monk. Mega Monk was such a fun. I probably put 40 to 50 hours into it when it first came out. I feel like they updated it, and it doesn't work on my Steam Deck anymore for some, or it's choppy, which is lame. But anyway, that's a great game. No, I mean, let me think. So I didn't beat enough games. Like, I didn't beat, but I did beat Borderlands 4 with my friend. So that would be my joke. Nice. That's my joke game of the year. It was fun. I mean, I beat it. Here's the thing with Borderlands is that they didn't take enough swings. Like, you gotta, if you're gonna innovate and make a new game, it can't be the same exact gameplay loop. And I love the gameplay loop. Don't get me wrong. I'm so
excited for it, too.
But the issue for me is that they needed to do something. And I was telling my friend, like, who I was playing through it with, like, they should have added a mechanic where, like, the individual guns could upgrade.
Yeah.
And, like, if you liked a gun specifically, you were like, it evolves. Like, Ratchet & Clank style. Give me a Ratchet & Clank style evolve screen where it becomes a brand new gun that's the same, that has all the same perks. And then it's like, oh, okay. And every time you pick up a new gun, it's like, ooh, do I want to focus on this gun and upgrade it more? Like, do something innovative that pushes the boundaries. Making it an open world is fine, cool, but, like, that's not that big of a deal.
It's not that big of a deal.
Like, it was sub-open worlds anyway. Like, that's not a game changer. The story was better. The tone was better than the original games. But in terms of gameplay loop, if you would have given me a few more things along those lines, give me an ability where I can press one button and it grabs all the loot in my area and it automatically sorts it. Things like that, instead of me running around having to, like, look at every little piece of loot. Like, there are simple things that you can do if you want to innovate and make a new sequel to a video game, especially the one that's somewhat dormant, we haven't gotten one in 7 years, that you can do something that changes the game in a major way. Having guns upgrade by themselves, the more you use them. Having grenades upgrade by themselves, the more you use them. Having armor upgrade more, the more you... Like, doing things like that makes it feel like there's constantly this sense of progression. It feels really, really good. Versus guns, which is like, that's cool, and that worked in Borderlands 2. Yeah. It worked less in Borderlands 3, and it's been stale since. So was it fun? Yeah, but it was like... I still had fun. I still beat the game. But the thing is that it could have been a lot better. And if you want to make a great game, you have to take big punches like that. And they didn't. They didn't do that. Anyway, that would be my joke one. I would say, what was our most competitive one? Yeah. You know what's funny? I wish that I played Arc Raiders more because I feel like that would have been up there for me. Once. Me too, dude. And here's the thing. I want to get back into it. And I know it's a good game. And I respect it. And I like it. It's not like it's not a shot at it. I just didn't play it more. You need somebody to play it with, I feel like. Yeah. You don't need to, but I want that. Anyway, and I
played
didn't
it solo and it was just boring.
We gotta play it together. We just play it together.
Yeah, we'll run through it.
Because we might have fun with it. We invest into it. But either way, I respect that game. Marvel Rivals is probably mine as well. I played Battlefield 6 a lot too. Which, by the way, the guy who created that game he died in a car accident, which is horrible. The guy who is the creative director for this new one, he was the creative director for Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4, creative director for Titanfall 1 and 2, creative director for Apex Legends. Passed away. He died in like a horrific Ferrari accident where he was driving crazy fast. Horrible situation. And this is in the middle of us talking about Game of the Year, but yeah, it sucked. And he was a great game developer, and that's really sad for like the world of like gaming in general. One for him and his family. That happened like a month ago, like a few weeks back. Horrible.
I'm surprised that wasn't talked about more.
I know. I saw it in the news. It was just like, wow. Oh my gosh. And dude, he's like the best. Like, he understood it. That's why the tone of Battlefield 6 was so good. Is because he understood. Yeah, 100%. It's sad in general and sad for the gaming world just because we're losing a creative force that was making really great stuff.
Wow, those are great titles too.
Dude, home run. Every at-bat was a home run. Titanfall 1 and 2, Apex Legends. Like, dude, the dude was brilliant. And then he revived Battlefield and now it's horrible. So anyway, yeah, RIP for him and his family and just all that. But all that to say, Battlefield 6, I think is fantastic. I think Red Sec is actually really good too. I had a lot of fun with it, and I just want, I hope that the Battlefield series continues to be good as well. But I would say that's up there. But Rivals for me is probably number one, just because that gameplay loop is so much fun. I love Rivals.
I can just do it all day.
The new characters they keep adding are always creative and fun, dude.
Like, I know.
Freaking Deadpool having all 3 classes is so fun.
Dude,
awesome.
And the fact they're adding characters like a lot of people don't really get a chance to know. Like Angela. I knew Angela from Marvel Snap. But like unless you're like reading comics and like getting to know her, then you're not really like it's getting more people tied in with like the actual comic books and the stories. And it's so dope. Yeah.
Rogue is a fun addition too. Yeah. But yeah, my personal one, this would ruffle some feathers, and it's funny because like I'm not like the reason this game gets a lot of hate is because the people are very hardcore anti-it because of the political aspects of it. But Ghost of Yote, I think, is my game of the year.
Really?
And I know, and it's because I spent the most time with it.
Yeah.
Now, like, nothing in the game... There's a lot of people that hated it because one, the actress is, like, just very, like, feminist, like, very hardcore, like, anti-male kind of stuff. Yeah. And so there's a lot of men who, like, love the first game who are like, I'm boycotting the second one. But all this to say, there's none of that in the game, so I don't really care. Like, if it's not in the game, I don't really care. Like, it's not really impeding on, like... I don't feel like I'm being lectured while playing a game. Now, would I rather control a male character as my main character that I'm playing as? Probably just because I can relate more to it. But regardless, that game is really beautiful. The story is actually pretty great. The only thing that takes me out of the immersion is the fact that this woman is like fighting gigantic men. It just is like, come on. But all that to say, dude, like there are moments like the first like 3 or 4 hours of that game for me. It's pretty special. Like I remember climbing a mountain and just being like, "This is like just being immersed, like wearing headphones, being super immersed, and it just being kind of like a perfect gaming experience. Just really good, really tight gameplay, action. They developed on everything from the first game, and I think that it's just like a really beautiful game with a really great story, with really good progression, with really good freedom. I wish that they doubled down on some of the immersive stuff, like cooking your own meals and doing things like that. You can still do that kind of stuff, but it's very simplified. But I put probably like 50 to 60 hours into that. You know what? Actually, let me rephrase it. That is my personal game of the year. But Abiotic Factor.
I know. That's why I was so surprised.
Yeah. I forgot about it because I haven't played it. I never beat it because it just kind of kept going and I just kind of got worn out.
No way that's not
dude, Abiotic Factor. So I know. Abiotic Factor is up there as one of the best games of last year. Wow. If you like survival, but if you like games like Time Splitters, if you like games like Half-Life, if you like games where like has like survival elements where you have to like build a base kind of stuff, but you don't build a base, but you just like manage a base. If you like games like that, this game is up there. You need to play it. The map is so well designed in Abiotic Factor. It's nuts. Like everything is interconnected. Like you start with no access to anything, and then you unlock access to one path, and then that path leads to access to another path, and that access leads to this gigantic area, and then that area has like a trolley on it that leads back to the beginning. Like things like that just keep happening. That's massively impressive because like we were like 60, 70 hours into the game, and then we would come along a door and be like, oh, interesting, hit that door, and it was like back at base, and we're like, what? We're back at base? Like it looped all the way back around, dude. That's it. Just you can see the intensive care that was put into the game, and it has the sense of humor of games like Time Splitters, and it has some things like this is like old school callbacks, but like there's zombies in Time Splitters, like there's just the scientific kind of fun kind of vibes. I need to beat it. Me and my friend were playing it, and it's really fantastic. It's really great. In my opinion, it's one of the best games of last year. Completely slept on. It was on Game Pass. I canceled Game Pass because they increased the price. F that Xbox. F that Microsoft.
Xbox!
But Abiotic Factor, absolutely worth it. If you are into those types of games, buy it, try it, eat it, sleep it.
Kiss it.
That's the game of the year stuff.
Time for the meat and bones.
Dude, I have so many thoughts on freaking Stranger Things.
Excited. I'm so
Season
excited.
5.
We haven't talked about it at all, by the way, guys.
Well,
we have not shared anything besides.
We texted back and forth a little bit about Conformity Gate
stuff. Yeah.
All right. Well, let's start with specifically our scores
for the whole season or the whole show.
For the whole season, not for the show. We'll do the show. We can do the show at the end. We'll start with the whole season.
Okay.
All right.
3, 2, 1.
7. 7.
Okay.
7 flat.
I give it a 7.8.
Yeah, I can't go higher than 7. Because here's the thing. I love the first 4 episodes. I think the first. All right, sorry, I shouldn't say 11. I like the first 4 episodes. I like episode 4 so much.
Absolutely.
Will the Wizard. Everything with the kids and them sneaking them in and out is so fun. Everything with Derek is so fun.
Derek's a goofy guy.
The whole long shot with the Demogorgons fighting the military. Will, at the end, it being revealed that he has powers. Oh, by the way, spoilers.
Shoot! Spoilers for Stranger Things Season 5 starting now. I'm holding a candy cane. I'm invested. If you're watching, you should know.
You know this. Yeah. You watched it already.
But still spoilers from here on.
Yeah. So anyway, like those first 4 episodes are solid. Like they feel like they feel like Stranger Things.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of stuff, but it's like there's a little bit of like question marks. But overall, it's like this is solid. Okay. But episode 5 on to me is so just like hit and miss. Okay. It's like, okay, that was fine. Okay, that was fine. That sucked. That was fine. That's how I felt. That was like literally episode 5. That was fine. Episode 6. That was fine. Episode 8. That was stupid. Like it was just all build up and the whole Will scene. It's just like, okay, like what? I love all the memes. That's just like the world is ending and he's like, I don't like girls. But and then the final episode and the finale episode, which I thought was like fine. The more I think about it, the more I hate it. Though, like genuinely, the more I think about all of the mishaps and the missteps, the more I hate it. So it could be a 6, like it literally could be a 6 in like a month if I just keep thinking about it or if I rewatch it.
Okay, so I'm not gonna lie, and I know you always say I like everything, but there are scenes in this show, there are scenes in this season that are some of my favorite scenes in the whole show.
Me too.
I really, really enjoy.
Yeah.
But the one thing I will agree with you on is when it comes to everything in the season as a whole, from what you expect from the climax of Season 4. End of Season 4, you're standing there. Hawkins is split in 4. Smoke erupting from everywhere. Everyone is like, what the heck is going on?
Yeah.
You're left on the edge of your seat quite literally.
Yeah.
To go into what is Season 5.
Massive time jump.
Just kind of
Yeah,
it's not,
100%.
It's not the best. It's not and I love Stranger Things. I've been watching it since it came out.
10 years, baby.
I've been in it for the long run, and
Me too.
I've been a fan of every single season. Every single season. I'm one to say, and like Stranger Things is a 10 out of 10 show for me, no matter what. Like it has been.
Not for me.
It's one of my 10s, and I will say I'm not going to let this season end what was a great run of everything that we got before that.
You should.
And I know. But we'll get into that more later because you and I both agree on a certain thing that is happening.
We probably agree on a lot of
stuff.
stuff.
Is happening. Yeah, but I'm more talking about how I don't think it's really over. But we can...
You still don't think it's over?
I still don't think it's over. Throw the
I believe it's over.
I don't think it's over.
Throw the candy cane.
I think that... And, okay, well, I'll dive into that later because I know we're going to get into that later.
Yeah.
But for the breakdown of the show, I love Dustin. I think Dustin is a great character.
Mm-hmm.
I love what they did with Mike in the first half of the season. Mike,
he's like an encourager.
He's a front runner, and Mike is a good character.
I agree.
The thing that pisses me off so much is everyone's like, "Oh, Mike doesn't do anything after season 1. Mike's kind of Mike's this." Mike is the brains behind the operation. He's figuring out the wrinkle in time stuff.
I disagree. I disagree. I think he's the heart behind the operation.
I respect that, but I also think he's the key to figuring tons of stuff out.
I think that's somewhat true. I think Dustin is more that. To me, Mike is the affirmer and the leader and the encourager. There are multiple moments in this season where he is he's super encouraging to Will.
Yeah,
he's super encouraging. Like, he's just an affirming guy. He's just really, really encouraging. Like, that he's a good leader. Like, he knows how to lead people. He is the
leader. And
that's great. And I like that quality about him.
And I think that when it comes to Mike, they just completely sidelined him in the second half. Like, in the first half,
they sidelined everybody in the second half.
Yeah, it's just like the first 4 episodes, I'm like, okay, bet, they're cooking. Like, each episode, I genuinely liked.
Me too.
The first episode, I loved the time jump, bet.
I don't like it.
Okay, well, we'll dive into that, because Dustin's grieving over Eddie. He's going through the phase with Eddie and all that stuff.
Yeah.
The other boys are going through their stuff. It's nice to see Lucas back in the party, because Lucas was kind of separated in the last season.
Sure.
So it's good to see everyone's kind of coming back together.
Yep.
I don't like Holly Wheeler.
Yeah. Why are we spending so much time with a character with a brand new character?
Like, I get it. She's the youngest Wheeler. Like, I get it. Like,
no, but it's a new actress and it's a brand new character.
But also, I don't care that much. Like, I think it's great that they used it to tie Max back in. Like, that's cool. That's cool.
Sure.
Vecna's taking kids. Vecna's doing stuff.
Sure.
Like, the Mr. What's-It storyline, I'm not going to lie. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it up for the first 4 episodes to where it was like, okay, like, who is this guy? Like, what is he doing?
Intrigue. Max gets introduced. That's exciting.
Is Mr. What's-It the good version of Vecna? Like, it tied into so many theories and stuff that made it entertaining. But then season 4 ends. Will the Wise. We're cut off on a cliffhanger. He's wiping his nose.
Episode 4, you mean, yeah.
Yeah, ends completely. I'm on the edge of my seat. I'm like, okay, this is going to be a beautiful rest of the season. They cooked up these 4 episodes. And then episode 5 came out.
Yeah.
And the whole escape from Camazot's episode was so dragged on. I did not care about half of that episode. I did not. Like,
Holly Wheeler, find your fur. Max, run!
Like, Max, you go!
Yeah.
Go, like, run. And it's like...
Yeah. Especially because Lucas and them are about to die from the demi-dogs.
And it's just... And I know I'm dragging on. You can cut me off whenever you want. But it's like... my favorite scenes in Volume 2 were everything with Dustin and Steve. I love how they mended their friendship and their relationship.
It's a pretty good moment.
I love how... I think those moments were really good. And... I'm not going to lie, I think a lot of people think the scene is stupid. I like the Nancy and Jonathan scene where they're about to die.
It's honestly a little bit better than I give it credit for in hindsight. Yeah. A lot of people hate it because they were confused. I was honestly one of those people that was confused because I didn't understand fully. I'm like, wait, are you guys breaking up? Like, I don't know if I didn't catch everything.
Proposing, like,
yeah, but it was like, are you proposing? What is happening? Like, I also don't understand why it's like, we understand that we bonded over our trauma, and it's okay that we hate different things about each other, which is fine. Like, that's normal to be like, I don't like this, I don't like this. Yeah. That almost seems like a mending of, like, we're actually finally being honest with each other. Yeah. But it wasn't clear of, like, let's break up. It's the only part I think that's the most confusing is, will you not marry me? It's like, what? And then he kisses her on the forehead. You know, honestly, I'll just start at the beginning.
Yeah, you do your thing. You go.
I'll start with the first and foremost. The time jump is the stupidest thing you can possibly do.
Okay.
Now, I understand if you're like, the only thing I can think of is we don't want Elle to keep having to wear this fake wig. This fake shaved head thing. I get it. So maybe you make a month or 2 pass by and she just has enough longer hair and it's always up and it just, whatever. But all that to say, a time jump is so stupid because the stakes of the end of the end of season 4 is an entire, everything is cracked open. There's helicopters and military coming in. Tons of people just died. Why in the world are the Wheelers still living there? Like, why would they like that? No, like it's, and I understand that's
a real.
You might think that that's like a dumb criticism, but it's like that makes no sense.
No, yeah.
Right off the bat, the Wheelers should know what's happening, and there should be a conflict point of the Wheelers being like, we need to leave. Well, here's more than this. Demogorgon, like the flying things and Demogorgons should be out and about in the real world. Like it should be like, dude, imagine if it was like, it's only been a month, 2 months, and it's like right off the bat, it's immediately like it's automatically feels like the stakes are way higher because there's danger everywhere. Military's going around, the demi-dogs and all the things are around. The Wheelers have left, but Mike and Nancy are there. Like people are like, we fought with our parents, we fought against our parents, and we stayed here. Like all those things. Like it should be a post-apocalyptic like war zone of like what's happening in Hawkins. Yeah. That should be the setup. It shouldn't be, oh, there's dust particles in the air. we're going to throw some metal planks over some stuff, and it's 2 years later. And we're back at school? What the heck are we talking about? Like, everybody just died. Like, obviously something happened. So that's number one. That's stupid. They should be like, this happened. This is happening. Yeah. People are dying. People have died. We found the amazing I want to say he's like a pastor's kid, but he's like preaching at the church in season 4, and he's like super charismatic and likable. The captain of the basketball team, Jason. Yeah. We found him split in two. Like, what is happening? Like, that should be talked about. Like, this should be like a thing. Yeah. And like, either the city, there should be something along the lines of like, the entire city has been evacuated and they have to sneak in, or they're there, the city's evacuated, and maybe there's some military force that's like, we have to keep you all isolated because we don't know what this is. Like, that would have been more intriguing to me than what the setup was. That's number one. So that's like episode 1 right off the bat. The stakes are way higher right off the bat, instead of it being you're back at school. Like, you can still have Eddie, like, what's his name? Dustin is processing Eddie. You can still have those kinds of things happening. Yeah. But you don't do this huge time jump, and it retcons so much of the stuff that was being done in the original. Like, season 4 is so strong, it's so good, really and you undo so much of it, and so you can give us some sort of time jump, but it should be like horrible things are happening. Demi-dogs are going around, military is fighting against these people, and all the main characters are in the middle of all that. That's awesome. Yeah, that's number one. I think 11 wasn't strong enough. I think that it's weird that she's weak the entire time. That doesn't make any sense, especially because she's training. So it should be kind of awesome stuff where she's like, can move a car. She lifted up a van over their head. You know, like, she should be
doing all that season 1.
Also, how stupid is it that she's just breaking people's necks like she does in the military in the finale? Yeah. Dude, give us Magneto in did you see X-Men Apocalypse?
Of course.
Okay, Magneto in the plane, or maybe it wasn't Apocalypse. It was maybe one newer than that. It might
have been Days of Future Past.
Oh, no, it was newer than that. It was Magneto.
Dark Phoenix?
Yes, there's a scene in Dark Phoenix where Magneto is in the airplane, and he's like, and he's just like killing everybody, and he's throwing things around, and it's like one of the coolest scenes ever. Yeah. That should be 11. That should be automatically, like, if there's military or there's demi things, whatever, she's like picking them up and like picking up like a metal like chair and stabbing it in the head, like just with her hand in her mouth. That would have been sick all throughout the season. She should be totally strong and badass. And so it's setting up this like, oh, her and Vecna are stronger. You can still have the Will moment. You can still have something along those lines where there's kids and they're trying to figure something out and the kids are being captured or whatever. And Will has a great moment where you find out he has powers. But all that to say, the stakes would be way higher right off the bat if they did that.
Yeah, I agree.
My criticisms of what actually did happen, the military at the end, stupid. It makes no sense. It's completely.
Why are they gone?
Why are they gone? What's his name? Hopper has shot and killed multiple military members. Nancy has shot and killed multiple military members. Yep. And she's just like, I dropped out of college. Like, what? You murder people.
Jail.
The military, they're like, we saw you murder and kill multiple members of the government. And so, but 18 months later, Hopper's allowed to be a cop again, and all of them are like, what are we talking about? What happened to Kay? What happened to her? Why are you setting up so much with her just trying to find 11? And she really that satisfied? Oh, 11's gone because they saw this little vision thing. Okay, got it. Like, what are we talking about? Stupid. Yeah. Makes no sense. Now, the things that I liked about it, I do like that scene with Dustin and Steve, but I don't like the way that they got there. It felt like a plot device rather than him really actually processing and mourning something with Eddie. And I think that their whole dynamic, like, it's been 18 months. Like, how has this not already been addressed? Which, again, was why you get rid of the time jump being so long. It can be these people are actively processing and mourning. 2, you should have killed the Wheelers. You killed both of them. The stakes of the episode...
I don't know how both of them are alive.
The stakes of the entire season change if you kill them right off the bat. 1, it makes Mike and his relationship with his sister, Nancy, so much stronger. Makes it so much stronger. And sorry, I keep going to criticisms because there is just so much in this.
No, you're right, and I'm thinking all these things. Like, I don't understand how one, the Wheeler shouldn't be alive. Ted doesn't have a scratch on him. Ted should be dead. Ted got knocked into a coma.
Is it a coma?
And killed.
And nobody cared.
No one is surviving a sliced neck injury.
And nobody cared. Nobody
Ted
cared.
Wheeler could have died. I did not care about
the kids. No, but the kids didn't care. And that's stupid. It's really stupid. And I think that Mrs. Wheeler, I don't know her first name, but her response...
Karen Wheeler, yeah.
Karen Wheeler, her response to that when asked about it in the press was like, I think that's kind of just the joke that, about the dad. That like, and it's just like, what? What are you talking about?
Their dad died.
Yeah, like if your dad's in a coma, you only care about your mom. There's an issue there. So anyway, that's stupid. I think that I don't mind the Camazot stuff, but again, it should have been 2 seconds. It shouldn't be...
Annoying.
You shouldn't introduce all these new group of kids, and it's all about Holly. Nobody cares about Holly. Why did Holly get the most screen time in this entire season when literally you have to end some of our most favorite characters in any TV shows ever? Yeah. You have to end their stories. You didn't give enough time to those things, and that's really frustrating. It's a 6 now. It's a 6 for me. It's not a 7 anymore. It's a 6.
Hey, 6-7, 6-7.
Shut up.
One thing I'm really thinking about is, hey, you know how it's a hive mind? How is Will alive?
Exactly. He should be dead.
How is Will alive? How is Will not? He's unscathed.
Yep.
Vecna got his head chopped off. How are you not feeling every hit of that?
Yep.
And it's just, it leaves so much stuff open for goofy stuff. Like,
so do you still believe in? Why do you believe in
I
conformity?
think one of the reasons I believe in it is.
By the way, let me say this first. I was originally a believer. I thought we were going to get a secret episode in episode 7 and possibly on 11, and then I was done.
For me, it's just I think they're promoting the show too much, and like, it's consistent promotion to where it's like they're not even promoting the finale. They're not promoting like watch the final episode of Stranger Things. It's all just season 5, season 5, season 5, season 5.
Money grab. It's literally just they want the hype.
But at least end it. Like there's so many things that tie in. Like, and I've been watching posts, and dude, I've been watching a lot of breakdown videos, and I'm not one to like fall for random goofy stuff. Yeah, like, I'm not one for all that. But there's too many things that tie in to make this like, okay, this is a real thing, or it's just the messiest ending of a show in history.
I'm with you because I was very into Conformity Gate. I really believed last week, Monday and Tuesday. I'm like, I think we're actually going to get this.
Yeah.
The issue is that it genuinely, there is so much setup. The color of the thing changing, like the electric voltage,
the
thing.
Robes, and like all the stuff.
Yeah. There's so much there, and so the only thought process I could have is if there is no episode, and I don't think there will be, is that they wanted to make it feel kind of like maybe it is, maybe it isn't real. Like they just wanted it to be ambiguous.
That's such a dumb way to end 10 years of a show.
100%. I'm with you.
Mike is the only one who didn't get a happy ending.
I agree. 100%. It is immensely like I mean that's fine. Like you can honestly we should literally write down how this should have ended and do that. But if the way they should have done this is, yes, there should have been multiple characters that died. I think Will should die. I think that...
Yes, Will should have been
I think there's
dead.
a possibility Steve should die, or maybe Will's brother should die. Like, that would be nuts for Joyce. Like, you give her... Also, they have no clue what to do with Joyce. They have no clue what to do with her character.
Yeah, what are they doing?
The entire season. She's just like...
No, not even just Joyce. Why is Hopper the worst character in the world this season? Hopper is the worst.
You know what's funny? My favorite scene in the entire season is the finale when Hopper is telling Eleven how much he loves her and how much she deserves to like have a good life.
Yeah, that's his only good scene.
That is the only good scene that he has, and it's the first time where he actually is real. The entire rest of the season is he suppressing everything, and it's like, why are you suppressing everything? Why are you willing to blow yourself up? This is stupid. That was dumb in season.
And it just doesn't make any sense because it's completely out of his character. He's always been one to like, he's one to save himself. Yeah, the thing with the Russian generator in season 3. Though Camp wanting to get back to Joyce. I'm so glad him and Joyce got his happy ending. But Hopper was so underutilized this season, it's insane. The fact that Collie came back in general. I don't care about that character. I get it. It ties in with the sister effect.
I cheered when she died.
I didn't even care in general that she was there. When she was standing in that room, I was pissed. I was so mad. Because, like, who cares?
I was like,
who cares?
Okay, that's a weird callback.
And it doesn't even matter. Because, great, do you know how short that actress is?
She's like 3'2". You know why she was brought back? She was brought back to set up the ending. That's it. That's the only reason she was brought back.
The ending.
It's
What's
because
the
she
ending?
can do illusions.
What's the ending? What's the ending? Who knows?
The ending is she did an illusion, and Elle is actually alive. That's why. Which, by the way, which also is also stupid because they blew up the building she was in. So she's dead no matter what. So Mike's whole idea of Elle possibly being alive isn't even possible because they blew up the building she died in.
This is actually making me mad.
All the pregnant ladies are dead. All the pregnant women are dead.
Why is Dr. K a villain? Who cares?
It's messed up.
It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. Okay, great. Yes, 11 and Collie, suicide plan in the Upside Down.
It's a 7 for you now. It's a 7 for you. It's a 7 for you.
Yeah, I'm pissed now. I'm just actually mad.
It's a 7 for you.
I'm so
These are
mad.
all legitimate criticisms. These are all legitimate gripes. That's the issue with this show. Is that
where are Erica and Mr. Clark?
You had 3 years to write a really, really phenomenal season, and you could have worked out all these kinks. And if you watch the documentary, and I've only seen clips of it,
I haven't watched it. I refuse to watch it.
I mean, it's the main reason why I think there's a possibility that Conformity Gate is real. It's the only main thing. It's because, and people keep talking about this in comments and things. It's like the documentary is like a humiliation ritual.
Yes, I saw that,
and it really is because there's scenes where the guy who wrote the best, like the wizard episode, the episode where Will finds out he has powers, the episode in the last season, the main episode he wrote was the episode where she's running and what's it called? She's listening to the song. Yeah, running up the hill.
Yeah,
that he wrote that episode. So he's written some of the best episodes of the show, and he literally is in the writers' room being like, there has to be some like Demogorgons and stuff like in this thing, and they're like, And then the girl who is like, so, I mean, I think that maybe there's going to be some fatigue, like, around, like, they're being more monsters. And they're like, yeah. And then that's their decision.
Oh, my God. The final fight. Where are the Demogorgons? Where are the Demobats? Where are the Demodogs? It doesn't even matter. I don't care. Demogorgon fatigue. That is the main monster of the show that you've created for 10
Apparently the Duffer Brothers just disagree.
I don't care about no damn Duffer Brothers. The fact that final fight was 7 to 11 minutes long.
7-11.
The fact that fight was, one, so short. Two, what's even happening?
Will's coming out scene, I think, was longer than
no one died. Why is no one dead? Why you are fighting the Mind Flayer, the big?
They also said it was going to be a dark Christmas. They said that nobody was going to believe
it was a dark Christmas. This show sucks.
They lied, and that's again, it's the only thing they can make me believe. Like, did you get Taco Bell? It's the only thing that can make me believe. Is that about Hot Blast? Yes. The only thing that makes me believe that the possibility of Conformity Gate was like, okay, we have 4 seasons of a really great show. In my opinion, like, here's my order, by the way. So for me, it's season 1, season 4, season 2, season 3. Season 3 is the weakest for me because
I haven't switched, but yeah,
that's fine. To me, season 1 is your favorite, though, right?
Oh, 100%.
To me, season 3 is the weakest because everything with the Russian underground, all that stuff, is so far-fetched that to me it's like this you lose, and it also tonally shifts a little bit. Season 1 and 2 have a darker tone. Season 3 becomes more fight and goofy, and like there's Russians, and like Steve is beating up Russian soldiers, and Hopper's hanging out with this random guy who's also a Russian, and like and don't get me, I like the character and I like the season enough, and I think that the finale is good. But season 4 to me is like a return to tone, form, dark, big bad villain. But everything is so well thought out. Everything with his parents, the twist of Vecna being the son, all of those things are really good. The scenes in California, like when all the military guys show up or whatever, and they're fighting against the agents, and it's all one shot, is really good. I think that some of the California stuff is a little bit weak, but I love everything with 11, which he attacks the girl with like, it's brutal, it's dark, it's real, it's 80s, it's Carrie vibes, it's like horror movie vibes. Yeah. It's like 11 is dangerous, like, and then everything with him, her, and the what's his name, the character that is the doctor. Not Rob Reiner.
Doctor. It's not Brenner.
He's incredibly likable. Brenner does show up. Brenner is great, by the way.
Brenner is in there, but it's the other guy. I always forget his name.
I forgot his name. Either way, we know what you're talking about. He is great. He's like he's the heart of the opposite side of like the scientist. Like, you get to understand him and you empathize and you trust him as a character. You never find out about what happened with him. And so, anyway, all that to say, like, there's so much there in season 4 that's so strong. And you could have just hit the ground running in season 5. And all this to say, like, in season 5, when they come out of the place, when they come out of the Upside Down, they're like all celebrating, and they completely forget that the military exists, and they're going to be waiting for them as they leave the Upside Down after doing everything that they did, after killing Vecna. They come out and immediately arrest, and they're like all surprised that that's happening, that they're all immediately getting arrested. They should have put that doctor there. They should have had him waiting. And he's like, he has Dr. K being arrested, and she was like illegally doing stuff on the pregnant women. Like, that literally would have been enough to be like, you're arrested. Like, why is there no oversight? Anyway,
it makes me so mad. And like, if this is okay, and the one thing I will credit the Duffer Brothers on, and it's not even their own thing, if Conformity Gate is a real thing, Stranger Things will still hands down be a 10 out of 10 show.
Why?
Because it's going to be able to prove, well, actually, season 5 will not be a 10 for me. Stranger Things is going to be a 10 for me no matter what, with the characters and the love that I have. Like, it's a 10. I don't care. It's a great show. Like, it's up there for me. It's and that could just be personal favorite. I don't care.
That's fine. But, I'm gonna respect your opinion.
Yeah.
Even though it's stupid.
It is, yeah. But
just kidding.
With season 5, if they're able, because it's so out of their character for this show to have it fumble that bad. The fact that this is the last
they had 3
season.
Years.
Yeah, but this is the last season of a show that is critically acclaimed. Like, everyone is so juiced. Like, it's the most talked about show, I feel like, in forever. Like, the only thing I've ever heard talked about this much was, like, Invincible. And that's by, like, just a certain niche. But this has mostly everyone
Game of Thrones.
Yes, but this has mostly everyone in the world watching that doesn't even care about the genre.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's a massive show.
You fumbled so hard.
Yeah.
So badly. And, like, it sucks. It sucks. The finale sucks. I love that. The epilogue is okay. Like, I love the moment with Mike and Hopper. And, like, I get it. I enjoy... And, you know, the final D&D table read, I enjoy that, too. I think it's great, heartfelt. Like, but also, it could have been so much better. It could have been so good.
Yeah,
the final fight could have been what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be a war between the Abyss and Earth. And you're going, and it's like, it doesn't make sense.
I would have gotten rid of the Abyss. I mean, like, I guess they set it up in the 4th season, but, like, I think that for me, like, the series as a whole, for me, it's like an 8.59. It would have been, if this last season would have just been as good as, like, even if it was as good as season 3, which to me is like an 8 to an 8.5, like, it would have been like it would have been like a 9.95. Season 1 by itself is a 10. Season 2 to me is like season 2 to me is like a 9.95. Season 3 to me is like an 8. Season 4 to me is like a 9.95. So it's like all really, really good. Like, I've liked season 3 that low, I've liked all of it. Season 3, there's so much there. We can talk about it another time. But like, as we go more in depth on it. But if we wanted to, like, talk individually about each season, but to me, the issue with it doesn't make sense that you had 3 years to write out what you possibly could do. I know a lot of people believe in Divorcegate, that he, you know, because he went through the divorce with his wife, and she wrote like Fear Street and like other stuff that was like good, that she was the one that was secretly like a really good writer. But the thing is that they have a writing team. They have a group of
Netflix.
No, hear me. They have a group of writers. They have a writing team, and all those people have been together since the beginning.
Yes.
How are they not meeting, like, within 6 months of the show ending, season 4, after a break, and being like, let's carve out what the perfect ending will be? Instead, they're saying in the documentary that the last episode was being written as they were filming it. That is insanity to do that. And there's no excuse for that. And so the only thing I can think of is that some people think that Netflix has impressed upon shows to have basically like screen time like capacity. I don't know exactly what they're calling it, but pretty much they're accounting for people who are just like having Netflix on in the background and they're on their phone. And so they need to make the dialogue and the story as simple as possible. Some people think that that's what happened, and that's why this season sucks. Is Netflix ruined it for them? I don't believe that. I have a hard time believing that. Because if I were the Duffer Brothers, I would come out and I would say that, or I would actively fight so hard against that to be the excuse that they can possibly make to say that, like, we're making the best possible ending we possibly can. But either way, the fact that they're like, yeah, we're filming the final episode. I don't get how that's like this. The documentary is like, this is like a humiliation ritual. Like it's actively showcasing how incompetent they are, and that's the only thing that gives me a glimmer of hope that there's possibly conformity gate. But at the same exact time, when are they going to release it? They should have already released it. There's no chance that that's the case. Also, the show was put up for award win. Like it was put up for Golden Globes, which means that like, if there is a secret episode, you just lost out on your opportunity to win any type of award like that.
I have my little glimmer of faith, but also I've come to learn that you're gonna be disappointed. Man, there's some shows that have really just disappointed me. Some movies that have really sucked, that were really bad, and it sucks because like it shows like it's just so disappointing to the fact that I don't know how people could call this a 10 out of 10. I don't know how people can call this a 9 out of 10.
I don't think people are. I think most people hate it. They just don't like it. Or they're like us and they're like it's fine. I've been saying it's fine.
I'm just mad. Like you know what? Great ending, like it's cool, but it's not. It's like I actually think like the Duffer Brothers should go to jail. Like I think that
that's so stupid.
I'm not even joking.
You broke the law.
You are legit the definition, Webster's dictionary definition of a ball fumbler. You let go of what could have been one of the greatest acclimated stories of all time and said, "Oh, I forgot about the Demogorgons in the Abyss." Are you actually?
They didn't forget about it.
Are you stupid?
They didn't forget about it. They made a decision to not do it, and it's like because of monster fatigue. Like I blame that woman and the writer. Like that, I don't know her name. I forgot her name. But like, there's only
fatigue.
Exactly, it's a dumb thing. I blame the Duffers first.
Give me her address.
All this to say, you're right. It's sad. I mean, it's the same thing for a lot of people with Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones. Thankfully, they didn't fumble it as bad as Game of Thrones did. Because, like, literally, people hate the final episodes of that show.
I've heard about that, yeah.
But in terms of, and that was the last time something this big. I don't think Invincible was on this level at all. Like everybody was talking about this.
Oh, Invincible's on this peak. I love Invincible.
No, it's not on this level though of Stranger. No, Stranger Things is loved by like over 70 million people. But not loved, but liked. All this to say, I'm out on Conformity Gate because you guys, they missed the mark. They could have done it, and they just didn't. But more than that, go for it. But more than that, to me, the issue with the show is that, like you can't. You have to land the plane as well as possible. And honestly, I'm in kind of. I genuinely think that there's. I don't know what the aspects of things, but that second to last episode, that entire sequence with Will, is such a stupid like. I don't care about having any characters that are like gay or whatever. I don't care if that's in the show. But the issue is that it's bad writing. And it makes us all hate Will as a character because the world is ending. And he's like, everybody, I need to tell you this. And it's like, that's stupid. And also, if you're going to do a scene like that, do it with only his closest friends and family. Instead of having Murray in the background just grinning like a dork. Like,
and
what
Steve's never even been in a scene with the guy.
Steve's never had any interactions with Will.
No.
What's her name? The 3'2" Kali. She's there. Like, it's one of the most, like, it's such a preachy, gross, like, it's funny because, like, I can see the comments on, like, Netflix. Like, there's homosexual people in the comments being like queer bait, like blah 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 blah, like all this stuff. Like they hate it. They hate the fact that it was in the show. So all this to say, the show failed it. They dropped it. They fumbled the bag. They didn't end it and conclude it the best way they possibly could. And they had plenty of time and a crazy budget. Also, that show did not look like a $450 million budget. Where did that money go? Where that's what made me think. Gate. That's what made me think. No, genuinely, that's what made me think Conformity Gate. Because I was like, wait, maybe episodes 5 through 9, because of all the conspiracy theories, because there's all these changes that happened from that point, maybe they actually have a bunch of deleted scenes or scenes that aren't actually in the show, and they're going to add it, and then it's going to completely change how the final 4 episodes are seen because it was a complete delusion of all these things, or everything was an illusion of these things. So all this to say, Stranger Things. I'm down to a 5. I'm down to a 5.
I'm more so just like, even with the Will scene, like, okay, yes, like, I get it. I actually would have preferred if it was with his closest friends. Like, yes, that's great. And, like, for Will's character, yeah, he needed to do that. Yeah, it's okay. Like, and I think it was really funny, the scene they did with him and Mike afterwards, where Mike paused. He was like, no, we're not friends. And then he paused, and he goes, best friends. That had me so dead. That was so funny.
Yeah, that was funny.
Because every Byler shipper was like, best friends. That killed me. That was so funny.
They're way too self-aware with these jokes. I honestly, I don't like them trolling fans. The issue with that is that it's like the issue with that is that you're not humiliating. You're alienating your biggest fans. You're not alienating like haters. You're alienating the people that care the most. And everybody who is like a conformity gate person is people that care the most. Like, you care more than I do. Now, I love the show, but you care so much, and that's why you still believe. And they're alienating you. They're mocking you. They're putting 9 in the background of random photos. That's alienating to your biggest fan base who cares and wants to see it. And it's Netflix milking it for money and views and clicks. Unless there actually is something, but there isn't from everything we've seen. That's lame for a corporation and for creators and for the people that have been the biggest fans of your show to spit on them and kick them in the face and say, just kidding, there actually isn't anything. That isn't on us because you created and you had all these breadcrumbs of like there's a possibility of something happening. That isn't on us that you created and wrote a story that has a bunch of setups and no answers and no follow-throughs. That's on you as creators and writers. And you might think, well, that's a cheap thing to do for a fan base. And that's why, to me, it's like this is an attempt because you basically spat on us in the final season. And that's kind of how I felt about Game of Thrones. It wasn't as much that, but all of the teasing after following everything and the fact that they've been marketing in such a way, and the fact that what's his name went on, the guy who plays Vecna went on Jimmy Fallon and did the whole workout thing and said tomorrow it begins on the 6th. Like, there's so much just like it's like we're just teasing you. There's nothing, idiot. You shouldn't have thought there was something. You don't like our finale. You suck. It's like, you guys suck. Anyway, those are my thoughts.
With my final words, all I'm going to say is, if something happens, it happens. I'd be really excited to see that.
I'd be pumped.
I'd be so
if
pumped.
If they actually landed the plane and released a good finale, like in the next week.
I'm not banking on anything, if I'm being honest. I think that the Duffer Brothers really just took a franchise,
pooped the bed,
made a paper airplane, and threw it into. They took a real plane with real good stuff, a real metal plane flying through the air, and then they turned the plane away from the landing strip, and then nosedive down and crashed into the ground.
Hit the 2 towers.
Oh wow, that's
a meme. Edit it in.
No.
That's fine. No, but that was an inside job, anyways. Those jet fuel does not melt steel beams. Come on, Jeremy.
I know, but man,
no, you're 100% right. They did. And that's why, to me, it's like the series ends. I think you know what I've been thinking about. I've been thinking about like watching it with my future kids, like when they hit the teenage age and we were able to watch a show together, and that this is the type of show I'd want to introduce to them. And I'm just thinking, like, do I just stop at episode? Do I just write the ending after season 4?
I'm not gonna lie.
I just tell them this is what happens.
I would stop after season 1.
Here's the other thing. I don't give a crap. I don't. Honestly, you're right. Honestly, you could just do that and you're good. I think that all of the spinoffs, there might be a group of fans that are massive fans. I don't care at all. I don't give a crap whatsoever.
I don't care.
I don't either.
Tales from '85.
No.
None of the original cast is in it. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
The show doesn't matter anymore.
Yep.
They saw how much everyone loves Stranger Things. Said, bet, let's give it one last kick in the pants, and then destroyed it. They made it boring, and they made it just kind of
They
gave us a cheesy open book ending. That's bullcrap. And now we're like, oh, Hopper's going to New York. I don't care.
Yeah. And it's crazy.
I don't care.
It's crazy. Yeah, they're going to Montauk, which is funny, which is like where the original, or at least that's the name of the where they experimented on kids. Project. Yeah, which is interesting.
I will admit, did I cry?
Conformity.
I cried the last hour of the finale. I did.
I cried when Hopper gives his speech to Elle.
Yeah.
Because that's like dad, father heart right there.
I cried the last hour. The epilogue, the entire epilogue, I cried. Because I was like, man, I'm really saying goodbye to this show. But now I'm starting to think I cried because of how mad I was at it when it ended like this.
No, listen, I get people being emotional. Like, I get people... Like, the ending is sweet. Like, it has sweet things. Ending. And you love these characters, and you want to see the best for them. What's weird to me is that, like, Will is, like, ends up like his dad, except he's gay. Like, but he's smoking cigarettes, which Joyce expressed in earlier seasons how much she hates that. Yep. He's wearing a leather jacket like his dad. Okay, cool.
He's becoming Lonnie.
Yeah, so he's becoming his... That's sad. Joyce and Hopper, the ending is good, except there's so much setup for them getting a bottle of Chianti. There's multiple scenes from the previous 2 seasons about them talking about going to the Italian restaurant, having a bottle of Chianti, all these things. They don't have any of that. They don't do any of those things. So they don't follow through for the fun of that. I think Max and Lucas's is my favorite ending. I like them. I like them the most just because they were the strongest relationship. They're the most likable relationship. Their interactions, their moments that they had together are really, really wonderful and sweet, and I really like that stuff.
Mike's ending pissed me off. I don't care.
Mike's ending is super sad. Elle's ending is super sad. They should have had something where, like, Mike gets Morse code from her or something, or it goes to him in a dream and tells, and that's the ending. The ending is with them off on an island together living.
They could have ended it like Spider-Verse, like the first Spider-Verse where he's like, hey, Peter, like, hey, Miles, you got a second? Where she, like, sees him in the portal. She thinks he's never going to see her again. Yeah. It's not hard. She has telecommunicative power.
They wanted to leave it ambiguous. Anyway, and that's fine. Like, I don't mind an ambiguous ending as long as you tighten everything up, but they didn't tighten everything
I like Dustin's ending, too, though. I'm not going to lie. Dustin's ending was cool.
Yeah, Dustin's ending is fun.
It was cool.
It's good. Him and Steve having a relationship still is really fun. Yeah. I don't like the ending for the adults, though. Steve's, I can get a little bit behind. I wish that... Man, imagine how good it would have been... I'm a big fan of a jump forward finale where, like, Parks and Rec did this. Parks and Recreation did a jump forward finale where they show what they will be doing in years to come. If you give me a moment of Steve with, like, a really beautiful, it looks like an amazing wife, and has these kids running around the house, so fun. That's a better ending for Steve. That's way more like
his 6 little nuggets.
Give him the nuggets, and then you give me a scene of Nancy going and doing something. There was, like, somebody who made an AI, like, picture thing of, like, Lucas is, like, a police officer detective. Max is, like, a skateboarder. Nancy is, like, a reporter journalist who has a gun. Like she's, like, literally, like, a private investigator, which is great. That's a great ending for her.
That's awesome.
Will is, I don't know. I don't remember what his was. And then Mike's was him and Elle, like, kissing, like, at the waterfall. Like, it was something like that. Anyway, all that to say,
6'5".
It went down. I got you lower. I'm at a 5 now. No, I'm at, like, I'm still, like, at a between. I'm at
a 7-8. I'm still at a 7.
My immediately feeling was like, it's fine. It's like a 7. The more I think about it, the more it goes lower. But I don't need it to be left such a bad taste in my mouth.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna. I need to look at it from a review of accepting it for what it is and not wanting more. And I think if I look at it from that, I can still sit at a 7-8. But I wish there's still that part of me. I conformity gate's happening. I don't care. I think it's happening.
you keep trying to convince yourself. It's not happening.
I don't know.
0%.
My brain is off right now. I'm just so mad.
I'm high. I did crack before this.
No, I'm just so angry, Matthew Sefik. I'm so mad. I'm just so mad. I'm so mad. But Stranger Things. What are you playing? What are you watching?
This has been the premiere. I'm playing Hogwarts Legacy again.
Nice.
Because it is such a breath of fresh. It's such a light, fun, really great game. I really love it. It's like one of my favorite games.
Yeah.
The music is so good. I'm excited. I'm replaying it. I'm playing on hard mode. I want to get a broom. I'm going to have fun with it. I just love that game. So I'm excited to dive back into that fully. I'm still playing NBA 2K and Madden. Nice. Those are, like, my background games that I do simulation, have computers play against each other because I'm crazy. But I do want to continue to play Kingdom Come Deliverance. I do want to continue to play Ghost of Yotei. I need to beat games. I haven't been beating games, but I probably will beat Hogwarts before I beat those at the game. Just because I love it. What about you? Oh, what am I watching? There's nothing right now. I want to restart Lost. Oh, I watched Plurbius. That was a new show on Apple.
Nice.
That was the guy who did Breaking Bad. It's okay. I think season 2 will be a lot stronger than the first season. It's way too much of a slow burn. And then what else was I watching? Oh, I'm watching Avatar: Last Airbender with Steph, which is fun.
So good.
We're also watching Fallout. I got to talk about that too. I'll talk about that more next episode.
Yeah, I'll catch up because I've watched Fallout.
Yeah,
well, I've been watching a lot of movies. I just watched Opus for the first time. I watched Good Time for the first time, and I've been on a real movie kick. I actually watched for the first time, and I quote, K-pop Demon Hunters.
Nice. What'd you
think?
That
movie is so good for no reason.
People love it.
It's delightful. I love it. I've been playing Marvel Rivals. That's been a lot of fun, and I've actually been reading this book, which is called Classic X-Men. It is it is about the creation of the X-Men comics and the classic from the Chris Claremont run. And shout out Scoop Flow, my boy. He actually won it in a giveaway for him.
Scoop Flow.
He watches the podcast. He's the GOAT.
Scoop.
I love Scoop Flow. Scoop my flow.
Scoop Daddy.
Hey. No, but yeah, that's been a really good read too. I think I'm just trying to get more into I'm so glad that this podcast is back. And Matt, I love you so much.
I love you too, sweet prince.
And I think that's hour 20. I think that's what we're going to call it here today. Guys, thank you so much for being here. We hope you enjoyed this return episode. We are back every Thursday. You're never going to see us leave again. And hey, even though you missed us these last couple Thursdays, we're back here 2026 to warm up your life. We'll see you in the next one. Subscribe, like, comment, and we love you.
A second plane has hit the tower, baby.
Yo, okay. Bye.